We are live.
All right. We're out here once again on the highways and the byways, out here to prophesy against this wicked kingdom, or should I say better, this wicked queendom, which in the scriptures is known spiritually as Sodom and Egypt, Mystery Babylon, Nineveh, Idumea, Uz, Basra, amongst other things. America definitely is in the scriptures. It's known biblically, prophetically as the scene of great future judgment. And we're out here once again to prophesy against this wicked kingdom. And first and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power,
Yahweh, Bahashem,
Yahweh
Shai,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Rakah,
Rakah,
Quadash.
Quadash.
Shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwaf that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, Adawan Ratazah, Lord's will, this will be edifying, exhorting, and comforting to the elect of Yasharallah. All right? There's a lot of things going on. Didn't really have anything planned. Just going to go in the spirit, the Rakah Quadash as usual. Baba Gashah, could you start with 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1?
Khan.
Because we definitely are in the times of prophecy being fulfilled. The last handful of prophecies are being played out on the earth as we see daily, you know. And a major prophecy that's going to come to pass is famine. Famine is coming into the earth, man. Coming to America, famine is coming to the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, throughout the last couple of years, you've been hearing a lot of supply chain disruptions, jumping whenever, you know.
Khan.
You've been hearing a lot of supply chain disruptions. You've been hearing about food processing plants burning up. You've been hearing about these different plagues, these different wildfires. What else? These different storms,
Yeah.
these different deluges or floods. They've been affecting the crops. The farmers, the heat, the excessive heat wave has been affecting the crops. So all these things are snowballing into a avalanche, man.
Exactly.
And that avalanche is really Jacob's trouble. You got something?
I was gonna say, and also, legislation being passed to make it more difficult for farmers to grow crops, man, and to conduct business. This is all a systematic takedown of farming and the way food is produced, man. Ultimately to get more GMOs, chemically lab-grown meats and food, man. All right, for them to have complete control over it. So the brother's 100% right, man. He's 100% right.
A major lesser luminary, he's in the news a lot. Bill Gates,
Khan.
buying up a lot of farmland. You
Yep.
know, so again, famine is definitely going to take place in America. Not only in America, but globally, right?
Yep.
They talked about Ukraine being the breadbasket of the world. You know, we know what's going on in Ukraine, a nonstop war. You know, so we definitely are in these times, man. And the reason why I wanted to speak on famine is because a lot of these people are hurting. I put a video in the chat. I uploaded it, re-uploaded it to my page about the food pantries. The lines are
Yeah.
astronomical. They're miles long, man. You know, showing you that the narrative that the economy's good is a lie.
Khan.
How the fuck can the economy be good when you got food pantries that are a mile long?
A mile long.
You know, and a lot of the people that are in the food pantry lines are well-to-do, so-called middle class, driving Lexuses, BMWs, Range Rovers. You know, but what happened? Because of inflation, the cost of living is going up, utilities, everything is going up, but your rent, food is
Yeah.
going up. You know,
Yeah.
and it's all by design. You got something?
Khan. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22.
Start at 15, Baba Gashah, please.
Khan.
15 and 1.
2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Behold, meaning look. The Lord said, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. The word prophesy goes into means to say something before it happens. Hold me that, please, Baba Gashah. The prophets of old prophesied against many kingdoms.
Khan.
We are the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, whether you believe it or not, whether you understand it or not. The prophets are back. The prophets are back in their lot, doing what they did in the past, prophesying against all these so-called great nations. Okay? Daniel, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Amos, Isaiah. You know?
Facts.
What did they do? They prophesied against the empire, the nation that was ruling in their stead, right? And no different than what we're doing now. What nation is ruling right now? The so-called white man, the so-called white race. Biblically, he's known as the Edomites, the red Hebrew Edomites, Esau, Edom, the wicked per Malachi 1 and 4, which we're gonna get that, right? You got it?
Yep. Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Hold on. The Lord said the prophets of old were doing what?
Prophesied against many countries.
They were prophesying against many countries. The prophets didn't come out to sell you a fucking a pipe dream.
Facts.
The prophets didn't come out to make you feel good.
Facts.
The prophets didn't come out to give you a prosperity doctrine. You want a prosperity doctrine, you want to feel good, go to the Christian church. That's what that's for. The Lord ain't dealing with the Christian church. You go there to sing and dance, feel good at night, you know?
Yep.
And then go back to doing all manner of wickedness. You know? That's not what Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, that's not the standard of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah. Hey.
The Lord ain't in them harlot. We call them harlot houses. You know, all the Christian churches there to do is to pimp you out. The so-called God. We know about the fucking building fund.
Yep.
You saw it. I didn't even put it in the chat. A church in Brazil, the roof collapsed.
Dang.
What the fuck happened to the building fund? You got it.
The money wasn't going to the building fund.
No, we all know the money go to the pastor.
Hey.
And 9 times out of 10, especially in the black church, the pastor was an ex-pimp.
Yep. Yep. Hey, and the brother.
And he doing the same. He in the same profession. He went from pimping the hoes on the strip to pimping the congregation.
The hoes in the congregation. Yeah.
Telling them lies, smooth things. Which we can get that too. But Jake loved it. That's what Jake is all about. Jake want to hear smooth things.
Exactly.
Tell us lies, prophesy deceit. But the true prophets, the true men of the Lord are gonna tell you the truth, whether you hear or forbear. The straight, you know. I don't need no fucking no ad lib, brother. This ain't no rap concert. I don't need no hype man. Unless you come with precepts, I don't want to hear shit. Salakia today, you know.
Well,
you know, Bismarck. You know what I'm saying, like a hype man.
Yeah,
I don't need that shit, brother.
Hey,
hype me up with the precepts. Go ahead.
The YouTuber Jeremiah Babe, the brother that put a video into the video.
A big YouTuber? You talking about Poppy? I'm a big YouTuber. Hassan Campbell. I'm a YouTuber.
He was going into how he was like the congregation, the churches have failed their congregations. You know, they have yet to warn them.
Fuck the church. This world has failed their congregation. Your politicians, your leaders, they failed you.
Yep.
A politician has what? Constituents, his followers. You know, they failed you, but you still keep trusting in them. And now you're putting all your trust in the great white hope.
Facts.
Know? Anyway, let's let the Lord speak.
Jeremiah 28 and 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Against many countries. The main country that we're prophesying against is America. Why? Because America's the so-called greatest nation that ever existed. So if America's so-called the greatest nation that ever existed, why the fuck wouldn't it be listed, mentioned in the so-called greatest book ever written?
Facts.
The Bible. It's all throughout the scriptures, but it's codified. It's a mystery. It's a secret. And per Amos, the Lord said he giveth his secrets unto who? The servants, the prophets.
Yep.
And the prophets are going to do what? Prophesy and warn you.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, Jeremiah 28 and 8.
Yeah, you got all these so-called conspiracy nuts, these truthers. Everybody's having an epiphany now of what's going on in the world. But we've been telling you what's going on for years, starting from our apostles on down. We've been telling you that we're heading to the Third World War. How do we know that? Because it's written in the scriptures. In Revelation, the second woe passed, the third woe cometh quickly. We've been telling you that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is gathering these armies to the Middle East. We've been telling you this. It's in the scriptures. We in the last days of the last days. Go ahead.
It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Many countries, because the main country again is America. That's going to go down. But the downfall of America coincides with the downfall of all these nations.
Yep.
China gonna collapse? The EU gonna collapse?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because America's the whore that's riding the beast.
Mm-hmm.
We always mention the beast, right? The first, there's two beasts when you read the scriptures. The first beast was the Roman Empire. We living in the revival of the Roman Empire. The second leg of the beast. That deadly wound that was healed. And the beast is in control.
Mm-hmm.
The beast got their foot on the whole earth. Hold me the hammer of the earth.
Con.
All right? The beast again is the second beast is the revival of the Roman Empire, and we're living in it right now. You have something called the Treaty of Rome. Look it up. Go look up, Google it. What is the Treaty of Rome? The Treaty of Rome is where the EU came about. What is the EU? The Economic Union.
Mm-hmm.
See, the beast has two arms. The beast wages war two ways. First, the beast wages war economically through sanctions, tariffs, embargoes. That's EU.
Yeah, the
You don't-
European Union. Salakia.
You don't want to abide by the regulations, the regulations of the beast. They put sanctions on your country. Prime example: North Korea, Russia, Mexico. They tell you who you can and can't do trade deals with.
Mm-hmm.
They put sanctions on.
Mm-hmm.
They hit you in the pockets. But now, if that doesn't work, the beast goes to war through NATO,
Yep.
like what you see going on in Ukraine. That's a proxy war between Russia and the West.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna add something?
Con.
No.
I got the
No,
precept.
but you could okay.
Because you said EU, you said Economic Union, so I just wanted to
Okay,
say European.
my bad.
No, it's all
If
good.
you would have Googled it or Wikipedia it, it would have,
Hey, don't want to give them a reason.
I'm just, you got to be fully persuaded in your own mind.
Con. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder?
Who's the hammer of the whole earth? America.
Yep.
How do we know that? Because everybody marches to the drums of America.
Mm-hmm.
And America solidified themselves as the hammer of the earth during what? The Second World War.
Con.
Because in the First World War, America wasn't even on the map like that. The First World War was between European nations. England was a powerhouse, right? They had the saying, "The sun will never set on the British Empire."
British Empire.
And British imperialism. So the Brits was a powerhouse. You had Germany coming up, Russia.
Mm-hmm.
So, Russia was known as the Soviet Union, the USSR. Those are powerhouse. America wasn't even. America was establishing itself. America, showed itself. Took the world stage at the end of World War II, when they dropped the bombs on Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Mm-hmm.
That's what ended the war. That no nation had power, like America, could
Yep.
destroy hundreds of thousands with one bomb.
One
That
bomb.
stopped the war.
Yeah.
America established themselves as the hammer of the earth. After that, what did they Desert Storm, Gaddafi,
Mm-hmm.
all Afghanistan. They started doing all type of fuckery
Con.
because they had the power. Who was going to contend with a powerhouse like America?
Yeah.
And that's, to this day, they walk around with that pride,
Yep.
like we're untouchable.
Bravado. Con.
Meanwhile, the Lord been building up the East.
Yep.
You can add whatever you want to.
Nah, yeah, you're on point. The Lord's been building up the East, putting all these other nations on an even playing field with America. Why? Because
No, wrong. These other nations are not on an even playing field as America. They surpassed America, man.
Yeah, hey, yep. I say they surpassed them.
Because after World War II, matter of fact, after World War I, that's what inspired Hitler, man. That's what galvanized the Germans. The loss of the defeat, because Germany teaming was a powerhouse
Right.
prior to World War I. But the way they lost and how they were humbled, that's what galvanized the Nazi Party.
Mm-hmm.
Hitler was, that's when he came with the concept of the Aryan, the super elite, the super race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The whole blue eyes and.
Where was I going with that?
No, I said that these other nations on an equal playing field. You're saying they surpassed
So that
America.
motivated Germany to increase the Nazis. They started doing a lot of science experiments. They actually started a race, the arms race.
Con.
That's how come Manhattan Project, Oppenheimer, the atom got split. But that was a race. Project Paperclip, you know. That also, well, Russia didn't get emboldened until after World War II. Because the same thing that happened with Germany after World War I is what happened to Russia after World War II. Remember, World War II, America and Russia were allies.
Right.
Fighting against Germany.
Against Germany. Against
The Battle of Stalingrad. That was the last battle, and that Russia held off. That's what caused the downfall of the Nazi Party. You know, they took a major L. They couldn't go further into Russia. That winter fucked them up. You know. But what happened after World War II? America's so greedy, right? They started breaking up the Soviet Union, the USSR. You know. That's why Putin now going around annexing shit, taking back what America took from him after World War II.
Yep.
So how could you treat an ally like that? I just helped you, you know, take down the Nazis, but you gonna do this to me?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that kindled a fire in the Russians, and what did that they were steady pumping their. Putin said it with Tucker Carlson. He was steady trying to advance his military because she saw after Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He had to catch up.
He had to catch up, yeah.
So now they surpassed, man. You can now Russia got hypersonic missiles, man.
Yeah.
Self-propelled missiles, nukes. You know?
Yeah.
That fly that can't be detected by the radar. You know?
Yeah. So
that's why Trump, when he got elected, what did he say? The first thing he did was he revamped the military. He put billions into the military because it was outdated. They still had Minuteman ones.
Yep.
You know?
Hey, but that's why
he came up with the Space Force. You know?
That's why the scripture says, "Let the weak say I am strong." With the aid of Russia.
Don't quote it. Let the priest say. You know?
Well, let me finish. Yeah, let me finish this.
Let the Lord speak, man.
This is
You can rant all day.
Jeremiah
you
chapter.
Can't say it better than the Lord.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder?
So I done broke down to you how America is a superpower. America is the hammer of the earth. But now, guess what? America's losing its hegemony. America's losing its strength. Why is that happening? Because there's a major divide in the earth again. Just as in the time of the World War I, just in the time of World War II, there's a major divide in the earth. The West nations versus the East nations. You got America and her allies, her NATO and the EU allies, and then there's a major divide with the East, the Eastern Bloc. Also known as the BRICS nations, right? Which is being led by Russia, another a superpower. Also known in the scriptures as Gog and Magog, right? And they're doing their own thing. They're setting up their own system, you know. And they're all these nations that were in league with America, a lot of them are abandoning ship and clicking up with the BRICS nations. That's why the dollar's being there's a something called the dumping of the dollar. That's why everything is going up. The dollar is losing its strength. The dollar is not being in circulation as before.
Yeah.
A lot of nations aren't using the dollar anymore. They're using ruples. They're using digital currencies. There's workarounds.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So that same dollar that you had 10 years ago, you know, that's why everything houses the same house that was $100,000, right? 10 years ago is what, $400,000 now.
Easy.
Why is that? Because the dollar's being devalued. Nobody's using the dollar anymore.
Facts.
A major blow to America was Saudi Arabia, no longer exporting in the petrodollar. That's what made America strong. Also, they had a pact with Saudi Arabia, which was a major oil distributor around the world, the largest, right? If you wanted to buy oil from Saudi Arabia, you had to convert your currency into dollars and then trade. But Saudi Arabia said, what? I'm not doing that no more. I'm trading in whatever currency I want to trade in. So now if you want to buy oil in yen, you can pay in yen. You know?
Yep.
You know?
Major blow.
You want to use euros, the British pound, you know? Ruples. You want to use Bitcoin. I don't know. I'm just joking about the Bitcoin.
Anything but the dollar.
You know, you got it, brother.
So it says, how is the Salaki? So Jeremiah.
This is how America is losing its strength systematically. I could even go deeper. Also, the morale of America is being broken down. There's no more patriotism. The military's weak as hell. These millennials, they don't want to fight. That's why they're talking about implementing another draft.
Yeah.
That's America's weak. It ain't like before.
Completely weak.
These what they call them like Navy SEALs and SEAL Team 6 and these Rangers that
Yeah, the ones you didn't want to fuck with.
They far and few between.
Yep.
This new generation, they weak, effeminate. They wearing skinny jeans. They emos. They a bunch of little Uzi Verts, a little bunch of little nasty exes. That's who's gonna defend this country. A bunch of gamers. That's the hook. That's the hook now. Oh,
Hey.
you could join the military and fly drones.
Everybody drone operators now.
Nah, that's the hook. They say that, but you can be on the fucking front line.
Yeah, right, with a rifle in your hand. Jeremiah chapter 50.
So all this is America being broken down.
Con. Chapter 50
On
and
every
23.
side, militarily, monetarily, spiritually. America is more divided than ever on every topic. Every minute topic you could think of, this nation is divided. Something as simple as, we always go into it, the definition of a man and a woman. These Babylonians can't even agree what a man is and what a woman is. You got gender neutral, non-conforming, non-binary. That's confusion. That's further dividing the nation.
Complete confusion. Con.
There's no cohesive front,
Yeah.
Everybody over here doing their own thing,
Con. Hey, but all this is a part of the hammer of the earth being broken down, man. All these things that the brother just mentioned. So Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
The Lord told you that hammer of the earth is Babylon. But that ain't talking about ancient Babylon, which is in modern day Iraq. This is talking about modern day Babylon, which is America, right?
Yep.
America upholds all the tenets of all these ancient civilizations. They keep all the customs of all these ancient empires.
Yep.
The Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, the Babylonian Empire.
Yep.
They keep all the customs, traditions. That's why when you go to like Washington D.C., it looks like Rome. Even your democracy, your so-called political, parties.
Yeah.
That goes back to the Romans, the plebeians and the patricians, the two-party system.
Yeah.
So again, read that again.
It says, Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
How is Babylon become a desolation? That's a future prophecy. That hasn't happened yet.
Yep.
People still live in ancient Babylon.
Yep.
Iraq. Bombs over Baghdad. Remember that? Outcast? Don't pull the thing out unless you want to bang. Bombs over Baghdad. That's Iraq, man.
Yep.
Okay? This is talking about America. America's about to be destroyed. It'll never be inhabited again.
Con.
And what's going to destroy America? ICBMs. The Lord's arrows, intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's the second death.
Yep.
The lake of fire is America being destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. That's what the prophets saw.
Yeah.
That's the future of America. And it ain't far-fetched. It's becoming more and more of a reality. So much so that when you watch the news, they're talking about Armageddon, apocalypse.
Yep.
Matter of fact, Russia has a submarine station in Cuba.
Con. Hey.
Last time that happened, that didn't even happen last time, but last time tensions were this high, they called it the Cold War.
Yeah.
You had something called the Cuban Missile Crisis,
Con.
But everybody walking around in La La Land, oblivious to the times that we're living in, oblivious to the dire reality that we're about to head into.
Yeah.
They over there playing basketball, she under the tree reading, they over there having a party, Meanwhile, America's collapsing.
Yeah. Right before their eyes.
But they think things are going to keep on as they've been keeping on. They think they just going to get up every day, go to Walmart, go to Publix, go to work. They don't understand that life is about to turn for the worse drastically.
For real. In the blink of an eye.
It's turning drastic now.
Yep.
Segue, all over the place. But, hey, Trump was all over the news. They're talking about the migrant crisis, right? And what's the big thing in the news now? How this Venezuelan gangs are taking over Colorado.
Con.
Yeah. hey, shit about to get bad, bro. You know?
Hey,
Shit is bad. Layoff after layoff after layoff.
Come
And
on.
the layoffs are not 20, 30, 40 people. They thousands, man.
yeah,
Every day you turn around, another major corporation laid off thousands.
yeah,
That's how you know shit's bad, because they laying off the tech workers.
yeah.
Hold on. I thought we in a technological age. I thought if I wanted to get a good job, I had to go to fucking DeVry or some shit, MIT, and get a degree. But they all getting laid off in Silicon Valley.
All getting laid off. Over hundreds of thousands since the beginning of
tech
2024.
workers, nurses, you know,
Yep,
getting laid
yep.
off. Truckers, whole 100-year trucking companies going out of business.
Yep.
CVS's, Walgreens, J.C. Penney's, Burdines, all everything shutting down, but everybody continuing on like everything's gravy.
Exactly.
They up to their eyes in debt.
Yep.
This place is through, and these people are through.
And they up to their eyes in debt and thinking what's going to help them is going back to school, get more degrees, and get in more debt.
More debt.
It makes no sense.
Stupidity. That's insanity.
Exactly.
First and foremost, I just told you earlier, everything is going up. Everything, including school fees, man.
Yep.
Tuition.
Tuition.
Tuition is astronomical.
Yep.
But you gonna fucking inquire another loan that don't never go away?
Exactly. Oh, man.
You must want to marry Sally Mae, huh?
That's what it is. An intimate relationship.
You must like having your wages garnished.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
No, but you hoping you're gonna get a good job paying you like 20-something, $30 an hour,
Yeah.
not realizing that fucking 30-40% of that gonna go back to the man.
Back to the man.
Hey, you had Obama. He said he finally paid off his student loan when he became president.
Hey.
Ain't that some shit?
Well, listen, in 2024, it's a totally different definition for 30 is the new 20. $30 an hour is the new $20 an hour, and so forth and so on, man. All right?
And it's unsustainable.
Yep.
How do I know it's unsustainable? Look at what's going on in California. They upped the minimum wages, and now what's going on? All them restaurants are shutting down.
You're shutting down and laying off.
Or they're jacking the goddamn prices up on the food.
Yeah. Or making their employees go from full time to part time.
Yeah, that's
giving
what
them less hours.
That's what it is also.
So
you gonna get $20 an hour, but guess what? You're gonna be working part time.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna be working full time, and then guess what happens? You ain't gonna have no benefits.
Yep.
See, this place is through. Now you gotta work fucking three jobs. So you door dashing, Uber eating, lifting.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
all the pay off your goddamn EV that keep breaking down on you.
And burning up in garages because the
Yeah,
batteries
this
are
place
fucking.
is through.
It's all a trap and a snare, man. It's all a trap and a snare.
All because you want to get a new phone with 4 cameras on it. You wasn't happy with 2 cameras. Now you need 4 cameras, and you don't even use 3 of them. Fucking clowns, man.
It says Jeremiah 50
Hey,
and
that's why
23.
we don't feel sorry for you people. You deserve everything that's about to happen to you, man.
Exactly.
You're willfully ignorant. The writing's on the wall. It's obvious this place. Hey, everybody that we ask every time, do they believe we're at the end days, the last days? Everybody says yes,
Of course.
but they don't lay it to heart. What does that truly mean?
What does it entail?
If we are at the end days, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
They think they say it, but in their heart of hearts, they think things are gonna keeping on.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
You're
man.
absolutely right. So we bringing out a lot of info, man. But bear with us. We're gonna keep it going.
Or not.
So Jeremiah
Or
chapter
not.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23.
The Lord said, prophesy to the wind,
Con.
whether you hear or forbear. The blood is off our hands.
Mhm.
There is no cloak for your sins. Everybody got a goddamn smartphone. You know?
Yeah.
And you heard about the Israelites, the so-called black Israelites. You heard about the so-called black Messiah, black Jesus.
Yeah.
You know? So much so your entertainers mentioned it. Your
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamars, your Kyrie Irvings, your Kanye Wests, your Nick Cannons. You know about the Israelites.
Yep.
You've seen us on
Yep.
social media, YouTube, Snap, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
You know? It's no excuse.
Hey, so much so that President Putin addressed his nation about the new black Jesus they're going to be serving, man. This,
Yeah,
hey, you
Putin,
can't. This,
Putin opened up the vault,
the
icon.
archives, con.
But again, the apostles been opened up the icon.
Yeah. But you know, in this world, you got to be in a suit and tie for people to take what you say seriously.
Not a suit and tie. You got to have the right complexion for the election.
So Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse.
Sidebar. This one YouTuber that I watch. I think I might have sent you some stuff from him before. Big Hurt, 9-1 something or the other.
Yeah, be in the car talking. Is that him?
Nah, Big Hurt, he was locked up, fresh out. Anyway, and it doesn't matter. The dude was locked up. Did a lot of time locked in prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, a lot of times when men get locked up, they have nothing but time but to read.
Fact.
So he spent most of his time in the law library. So he's an expert on the law. All everybody that was locked up, they would go to him, and he would work on their cases.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the verbiage, it's a lot of word salads in Esau's legislation.
Con.
So he would work their cases, right? And you know what he said? He said he was there for so long, and he learned so much in the law library and working on people's cases that he surpassed the people that were teaching him, which were Edomites and stuff like that. But you know that Jake always excelled.
Yeah, we always excel.
So he said he surpassed all of them. You know?
Yeah.
To the point where they would come to him for to help them in questions and shit.
Dang.
But now check this out. You know, prison is racist, segregated.
Right.
That's life period, right?
Right.
He said the black inmates or Hispanic inmates, they would come to him to work on his case, ask him something, he'd tell them something, and they listen, and he said they turn around and go ask a white guy. And the white guy wouldn't know and go to Big Hurt, and Big Hurt would tell him, then he'd tell them, and then they'd accept it from the white guy.
Wow.
You know? Again, going back to the complexion. You could say something all day, but if it's coming from a niggas ain't trying to hear it.
That's true.
Especially from their own. That's why the scriptures say a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country.
Yep.
They figure, I know you niggas. We went to school together. We played ball. We used to fuck hoes. Who the hell are you?
Yeah.
How the hell is the Lord dealing with you, nigga? You know?
Con.
You was getting C's and D's, nigga. You know? You was in detention. You know? You know?
You barely graduated.
Now you're an expert. You're an expert on the Bible, nigga.
Exactly. Woke up one morning.
Not knowing that's who the Lord was dealing with.
The low and the meat, man.
The apostles, a lot of them were simple men. Fishers.
Yeah.
Some of them had a better, like Matthew, a tax collector.
Paul was learned.
Matthew pretty much was working for the IRS.
Con.
You know?
Con. Hey, that's a beautiful point, man. It says, Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole?
We done on that already. Move. Some more? We done
Yeah,
beat that
it's
to
a little
death.
bit more.
Okay.
It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee.
Yeah, that's the future of America. It's gonna be desolate.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and Planet of the Apes, Charlton Heston.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he thought he was on I don't need no ad-lib, brother. You know, with Charlton Heston, he thought he was on another planet. You know, he found out that he was on Earth. Better yet, he found out at the end of the movie he was in New York. You know, the ape told him, Dr. Xavier, he said, you don't go to the Forbidden Zone. You're not gonna like what you find. He took his ass over there anyway, just like Esau, proud, can't tell him nothing, know it all, carnal. He don't have faith. He got to see in his believing, right? So he went to the Forbidden Zone and he saw the Statue of Liberty. It was covered in sand. It was a desert. They got that from the scriptures.
Yeah,
and what did Charlton Heston say? He said, "You did it, you filthy bastards! You finally did it." Meaning what? You actually set the nukes off.
You actually pushed the goddamn button.
It's gonna happen. The nukes are gonna fly, man.
Yep.
The Lord didn't put the spirit on these nations to split the atom, put all this money and energy into creating missiles just to keep them stored in the bunker, like in the third Planet of the Apes. Remember, they was worshiping it in the bunker.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Like a god. Nah, they're gonna be used. Hey, it tells you in James, I forget where it is. He beareth not the sword in vain.
You damn right.
Hey, that's why. Hey, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They said after war, Japan had already surrendered. They said America dropped the bombs on them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They said Japan already surrendered at the end of the war, but America wanted to test that new sword.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how wicked they were. They didn't just drop one bomb; they dropped two.
Yep.
That's wicked.
That's
just to show
devil.
the might, because there were two different bombs.
Yep.
One was uranium, and one I believe was plutonium. So they wanted to see which one was more powerful, at the expense of them Ammonites, man, them Japanese. And you think they forgot? They ain't forgot. You got people that's still alive from that, man.
Yeah.
You got that place is still uninhabitable, man. And you think the white man ain't gonna pay for that? The Lord just gonna give him a pass. for, you know?
Isaiah,
Hey, don't nobody got a death toll like Esau, man. Can't nobody kill like these Edomites, man.
he perfected
All nations pale in comparison to this white man, bro.
it. Yep.
He done perfected. He could kill you chemically.
Yep.
He could with frequencies.
Yep.
He can kill you fast. He can kill you slow.
Yeah. He's a master. He's a master
He can kill you in the
at his
womb.
craft.
You know?
Damn. Real quick. This is Isaiah
He
chapter
can
9
break you down slowly, bit by bit, so you keep coming back to him with his pharmakia.
for the cure.
You know?
Yep.
What? You look at all how many people hooked on fucking prescription drugs, man, for life. Gotta take heart medicine and all this type of shit.
Yeah.
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 You're a damn addict. You're a fiend, but you look down at the crackhead. You're a goddamn crackhead. Running every goddamn week to fucking Walgreens
To fill
in
your
arms.
prescription.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the side effects say it'll fix this, but it'll give you a leaky anus. It'll erode your liver, destroy
Yeah.
your kidney.
Yeah.
So now you're taking 50 million concoctions. You know?
Yeah.
Again, he kill you fast, he kill you slow. But he gonna kill you one way or the other, and he gonna keep you coming back. Because he's the pusher man.
The true pusher,
Curtis,
man.
I'm the push. He push everything to you,
He
man.
pushing everything, man.
You want it, he got it. You want degrees, licenses, businesses.
Yeah.
You know? You want a house, a car, you know?
Yeah.
You want children, you want healthcare, whatever, you gotta come to me.
Hey, one thing about Babylon, man. One thing about America, Babylon the Great. Yeah, it says that you're free. You're free to destroy yourself. That's the only thing you free in this country to do, to destroy yourself, man. Wickedness is held on a pedestal, man, and it's pushed to you on a daily basis, man. That's why you people are out there. This is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It reads, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." And that's to the brother's point. Because in 50 and 23 it says, "How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?" All right? So it's telling you, fuel of fire, man. It's not going to be a old style manner of ancient warfare, man, with a whole bunch of troops marching towards each other with shields and knives and horses, man.
It's gonna start off that way. It's gonna start off conventional in the Middle East. Just as all wars do. Just like right now, it's conventional warfare, even though it's really not conventional because they flying drones in the buildings. You know, the sword has been perfected, but it's conventional right now. But things are gonna escalate. The bodies are gonna drop too fast. I always go into that. Hold me that in Ezra also. The brides shall die, having a bride. You know, the
Yeah,
mourn.
con.
But we always go into as time has progressed, right? Not only has technology increased, but the killing instrument, the sword, has been perfected. Before it was actual swords and shields and arrows and and bows. It advanced to what? Guns, rifles, shotguns, assault rifles,
Yep.
Now you got missiles, man. Now you got hypersonic missiles. So this war is going to start off conventional, but it's going to escalate. And the bodies are going to be dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Just as in World War II, when you look at the numbers in World War I, the numbers from World War I, the death toll from World War I to World War II was astronomical. Why? Because technology increased. World War I, they just perfected flying. They were the aces, right? The fighter planes, right? You had two men. You had one in the cockpit flying. You had one in the back, and he actually had a gun, a shotgun.
The gunner.
The gunner. That's what he was called, a gun. He had a shotgun, and they would fly close to each other, and they would try to shoot each other with actual shotguns. You had the trench warfare. They were in trenches.
Yep.
They had the flamethrowers and shit, right? That's World War I. Fast forward to World War II, they have chemical warfare now. They done perfected the guns are mounted. The planes are more advanced. So the death toll increases. They had machine guns now, Gatling guns.
Yep.
So and then now fast forward to now, how much more so? They got robot dogs, they got drones, they got all type of shit, man. Laser weapons,
Con.
So the bodies are gonna drop like you got infrared heat. You ain't had that shit in the World War I and World War II.
Nah,
you had a sniper and a scope, man. You got
Yeah.
you could snipe a nigga from 5 miles out, bro. In the dark, at night, thermal infant night goggles.
Yeah.
So the casualties are gonna be, and then we know the Valley of Hawashaphat is in Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, in a desert, a land barren and desolate. And that's urban warfare, the bloodiest, you know.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a lot of death. You got it.
Yeah. It says 2nd Ezra chapter 16.
And again, all this is in the Bible.
Yeah.
So why don't your Christian pastor read these scriptures, man?
Yep.
You know, because he just want to get them. He just wants you to fill the goddamn
Collection plate.
You know,
Yeah.
sing a couple hymns,
Hymns.
say a couple Hail Marys or whatever, and go on home. You know,
Yeah. And do it
have a
all
nice
again.
little potluck at the end. You know, bang his congregation's wives. You know, he ain't trying to prophesy.
You try
That's
to
gonna
prophesy
fuck up
it
the
all.
money.
Mm-hmm. It says 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 33. It reads, I'll start at 32.
Get some meat on it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a meat.
It
says,
start at woe. You can skip around, but start at woe. Man, go back to 15.
Yeah,
go back to 15 and read a little bit of 15.
and then we'll make our way back
Yeah,
to 16.
Yeah,
Con. It's a lot of meat.
yeah.
2nd Ezra 15
And 1.
and 1. It reads, Behold, speak thou into the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Again, that's what we're doing. We're prophesying. The word prophesy means to say before. Say something before it happens. That's what we're doing. We're telling you of the impending destruction before it happens.
Con.
The doom and gloom. Ain't that what Trump called us? The perennial prophets of doom? That's what the prophets did. They always prophesied of doom. Matter of fact, I got a quick one.
Yeah. Hey, just like we brought out in Jeremiah 28, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war and
you
of
gotta lift
evil
up your
and
voice
pestilence.
Yeah. Again, great kingdoms. Again, America, so-called the greatest nation ever.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't it be in the Bible?
Yep.
You know?
Facts.
This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 10. 2 and... Two and 1. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. Hey, that made me think of Habakkuk.
Yeah, that's exactly
That
what I
he
was
may
thinking
run
about.
that readeth it.
Run that read it. Con.
And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel. Yasharallah, you tribes, you so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Latinos, Hispanics, North American Seminole Indians. You are the Lord's chosen people. Yasharallah, princes of the power. You know?
Mhm.
We're not niggers. We're not spics, wetbacks, African American, black, colored, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Jamaican, Barbadian, you know?
Yeah.
Ecuadorian, Argentina. Those are covering casts put on you by your oppressor, by your enemy. You know, the white man put those labels on you, man. That's not your biblical nationality. You know? We have a nationality, a nation of origin. That's what nationality means. We have a land. Our land is Jerusalem.
Con.
And bastards, heathens are in our land right now. You know? That's why there'll never be peace in the Middle East, because two heathens are in that land, warring over a land that don't belong to them. So it says, and he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel. Contrary to popular belief, the Lord is not dealing with everybody. God doesn't love everybody.
Mm-hmm.
God is a racist. God is a nationalist. God is a separatist. He loves one nation over all nations, and that's the nation of Israel. I know it don't look like it, right? Because we're at the bottom. We the least of all the nations, right?
Yeah.
But ain't that who Yahushua said he's coming to save?
Yep.
The meek, the lowly, the downtrodden, the oppressed, the forgotten, the outcast. You know? We the ones that need saving. The hell the white man needs saving from but himself? He got everything. He owns everything. He owns the banking system. He owns the Federal Reserve. He owns the media. He owns all the corporations. Kanye West told you that. Remember? When Kanye was trying to get his clothing company off the ground,
Clothing line. Take it to the next
he
level.
tried to go to Sway. He
Uh-huh.
trying to explain to Sway that,
Yep.
hey, man, I got to go to this devil for everything.
Yeah.
I got to go to the Hamichis, whatever the hell, you know?
Yep.
And Sway said, why don't you just set up your own shit? You ain't got the answer, Sway. Because Sway on a low level. Sway don't know. Where the hell who's going to distribute your shit?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you want to be independent, start your own independent record company. I guess you're going to be selling the shit out of the back of your car.
Yeah, like Master P.
You ain't going to be streaming. You ain't going to be on Spotify.
Nope.
You know?
Nope.
You ain't going to be selling out no arenas, no Super Bowl shows. You're going to be a SoundCloud rapper. You know? But that's what Kanye said. You know?
Yeah.
They own where you gonna get the fabric from? Where you gonna get the material from? You gotta go to this devil.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you just gonna get your shit put in JCPenney like Sean John, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you gotta be juiced in.
That's facts.
He owned everything. He owned the media. You know? All these media companies, Esau owned it.
Mm-hmm.
He owned everything, man. This devil owned the color brown. You know that? This devil owned everything.
He got patents on the color brown?
Yeah, UPS. You can't
Wow.
It's called UPS brown. You can't use that color.
Wow.
Copyright infringement. How the fuck can you copyright a color?
Color.
But that's this devil. Go ahead, huh?
It says, it reads, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Contrary to what your pork chop pastor is telling you, that the Old Testament is done away with. That was the old times. That was the ancient times. Antiquated. It's outdated.
Mm-hmm.
Yahushua said, one jot or one tittle shall not pass from the law till all be fulfilled. If the laws are done away with, what laws stay? How do you know what's right from wrong if there's no laws? You can just do as thou will.
Exactly.
Do as thou will. That's a tenet of Satanism. That goes back to Aleister Crowley. YOLO. You only live once. That's a concept of Satanism. I am my own God. God body. That's a wicked ass reprobate mind.
Wicked.
Which this world promotes.
Yeah. Was tithing a law?
That's
love
the
tithing.
only law that's kept is tithing.
Mm-hmm.
Tithing. Everything else is done away with. You know? Go ahead.
It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
The laws are faithful and true. The laws, statutes, and commandments, it makes a man wise.
Con.
Right? The laws, statutes, and commandment are our wisdom in the sight of the nations.
Yeah.
The dietary laws, that makes you wise.
Con.
What to eat and what not to eat. You know, you got clean and unclean foods. You know?
Yep.
You know? How to govern yourself. Everything is found in the scriptures. Marital laws. How to conduct yourself with your children. You know? How to conduct yourself with your brother. You know?
Yep.
Everything is in the scriptures. You know? Go ahead.
Real quick.
Not to mention also the prophecies. They're not done away with. Faithful and true. You know?
Con.
Majority of the prophecies have already came to pass. There's only a handful of prophecies that are left to play out. You know? So if majority of the prophecies already came to pass, why would you doubt the handful that are left to play out? If everything else came to pass, right? That's why the Bible is the #1 selling book. It's the only prophetic book in the world. None like it.
None.
Yahweh, the scriptures say none shall want her mate. You can't compare this book to anything. Every other book pales in comparison to the Bible. The Quran, the Book of the Dead, you know, the Encyclopedia Britannica, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the Webster Dictionary. I don't give a damn, Oxford Dictionary. I don't give a damn what book you have. It pales in comparison to the Bible. Why? Because the Bible is the only prophetic book. It's the history book, man. That's why prestigious colleges publish it to this day. Oxford, Cambridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's the creme de la creme.
Mm-hmm.
My Apocrypha. It was published in Oxford. Your Apocrypha is probably published in Cambridge.
Con.
Why would a prestigious college like that publish Apocryphas, you know, Bibles? To this day, still printing Bibles. Because it's unfuckwittable.
Unfuckwittable.
That's why your president swear in on it. You know?
Yeah. Unfuckwittable.
That's why on the back of your dollar bill it says, in God we trust. That's why on the back of your Floridian plate says, in God we trust. You know?
Yeah.
But my question is, in what God do you trust? Do you trust in the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Yasharallah, or do you trust in the God of this world?
Mm-hmm.
Because the God of this world is the white man. The God of this world is the devil. The God of this world is a liar, you know?
Yeah.
A deceiver.
Yeah.
That's what the word devil means, diablo, deceiver. He's a deceiver, you know? Hey, that's what the Esau sets up, traps, a system. A system is nothing more than a trap. And that's what you in. You in a bunch of systems,
Bunch.
you know?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to further yourself. Oh, you got to go into the educational school system,
Yep.
educational food system,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
You know?
That's
There's
exactly.
all type of systems. The monetary system. Oh, you want to conduct transactions, monetary, you know? You got to enter into the monetary system,
Yeah.
which is a trap because you're using debt-bearing notes.
Yeah. Not
You're already,
real
you're
wealth.
already, you're already behind the wheel because you entered into a system that's a Ponzi scheme. That's not backed by anything.
Yeah.
Yo, this man got to be put down. But
Hey.
the average person don't know what the hell is going on. First of all, the average person don't even understand money. They don't
True
know what
wealth.
real money is. You know? Real money is tangible things. Silver, gold, land, livestock, people, slaves. That's real money, tangible.
Yep.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Your dollar's not backed by anything. It's ones and zeros. They print it out of thin air.
On
That's
the
why you're at
computer.
$35 trillion in debt. And it's running up like a goddamn taxi meter.
And counting.
This shit going up like a taxi meter in New York.
Oh man.
Hey, and that's why America's losing its hegemony. The Eastern nations, the BRICS nations, they're trying to set up what? The BRICS currency. The BRICS currency is going to be backed by something tangible. They're talking about the BRICS currency being backed by oil, gold, silver, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why all these nations are flocking towards it. It's a sure, they're trying to hedge their bets.
Yeah.
America trying to roll out this CBDC, this digital currency. That's further, where they can further rip you off. Now
Yeah.
it's just going to be on a computer screen, on a goddamn server. I'm just supposed to trust you, you know?
Yep.
It's no more, you ain't going to be able to store your money under the mattress no more. Put it in, you know?
Yeah.
Make an account, get you download the app, you know? What happened if the app crashes?
Your money gone.
What happened if the internet goes down? What happened if the server crashes?
Yep.
You know?
It
But they're
says,
going to do it. These fools.
hey, it says 2nd Esdras 15 and 2, it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Laws, statutes, and commandments, and the prophecies.
Yep. It
Go ahead.
says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
The Lord said, don't worry about these scoffers and scorners, these unbelievers, these naysayers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all about to die. He who laughs shall have the best laugh.
Damn right.
We'll see who's right in the end. I know I'm right because I can see this place collapsing. All I got to do is turn on the goddamn news. You know? All I got to do is open up my eyes and look around. I can look at my neighbors. I can see 3-4 families living in a goddamn single family home. I
yep.
can look at the cars in the driveway. I can see who's working and who's not working. I can see your raggedy ass cars that you're driving. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It never used to be like that in Florida. You know, I'm from New York. So in New York, we used to drive raggedy cars.
Yeah.
You got potholes. You know, New York is a... When I came to Florida, it was all new cars, man. Now you see a bunch of old raggedy cars. Why is that? Because niggas is tapped out.
They held together by a Band-Aid. Facts. So it says,
They up to their eyes in debt. They're drowning in debt.
Yep. So it says, fear not the imaginations.
Majority of the people you see walking around, they're living a facade.
Mm-hmm.
They're miserable, hate their jobs, in miserable relationships. You know?
Yeah.
You know, their only little escape is the weekend. You know? That's what they say, living for the weekend. What they gotta say? They say what, Monday blues?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hump day. I'm halfway through the weekend, you're being oppressed. It tells you in Proverbs, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. The people are mourning, man. All throughout social media, it's trending. Everybody complaining about can't find a job. Everybody, that's all you see on social media. And that the complaining transcends ages. It transcends races,
Yep. That's
sexes.
facts.
Everybody complaining. You know?
Yeah. It says, 2nd Esdras 15 and 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord Adawan, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Just as he did in the ancient world. We're in the so-called New World, right? Ain't that where Christopher Columbus said he gonna go to the Americas, the so-called New World?
Mm-hmm.
What was the old world? The East. You know?
Yep.
The so-called Fertile Crescent, that's where civilization started, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Christopher Columbus expanded out west to the land where no man ever dwelt, allegedly, right? You know?
Yeah.
You had the indigenous people here, the tribes, you know?
Yep.
Read that again.
It says, 2nd Esdras 15 and
The
5.
the last little point.
Uh,
All that shall die.
yeah, it says, and 4, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Because contrary to popular belief, God isn't all love. God isn't good all the time. That's another lie. You know, a cunningly devised fable. If God was all love, if God was good all the time, why the hell do bad things happen?
Con.
Why do little babies, why is there stillborns? Why is a little baby born with his heart outside of his chest? Why are there premature babies being born that can fit in the palm of your hand? Why are there Siamese twins being born? Conjoined twins at the head, at the hip. Was that love? Was that good? Oh, I guess the devil did that. That was Satan. Like Bobby Boucher's mother say, it was the devil.
The devil.
She's a devil. You know? Vicky Valancourt is the devil. That foosball is the devil. Right? So if it's all the devil, that would mean your whole concept of God is warped. Because a God is all-powerful, all-knowing, omnipotent. That's what a God is.
Yep.
You know? So how if God is all-knowing, all-powerful, how the hell can you have a rogue set of angels doing their own thing?
Yeah.
That would mean God isn't a God. That would mean Satan is a God. See, you people err not knowing the scriptures. When if you read the scriptures, it clearly tells you in Job chapter 1 that Satan is an angel of the Lord on the left-hand side.
A messenger.
Satan is in complete order of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Hold me, shall there be evil in this city, and the Lord have not done it?
Con.
That's Amos, shall a trumpet be blown, and the people be not afraid?
This is.
I'm cooking today,
I'm smelling the aroma.
hopefully it's good. Not like that Indian, not like that Elamite food. We stinking up the whole goddamn, you know? I got a quick one while you get that. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he. Who's speaking? God is speaking. Matter of fact, that's what he told Moses. Moses said, inquired what his name was. When Yahweh, God appeared before Moses, he inquired, what is thy name?
Mm-hmm.
The people are going to ask me, who sent you, right?
Mm-hmm. And
God said, my name is Yahweh. Well, he said, I am that I am. That's what he told Moses, right? Meaning he's all around us. I'm, again, omnipotent.
Con.
I'm everything, you know? But we can't say I am. We say he. He is.
He is.
You know, God's name is I am that I am. But we say he is.
Yep.
With he to be, right? So that's in the ancient Hebrew, the Lashawan Kodash, his name is Yahweh.
Con. He is, he exists.
He to be.
He to be. Con.
So it says, see now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. So he said there is no other gods. There's only one God. The God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the creator of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And you people are going to learn that. You forgot. You remembered in the ancient time when we came out of Egypt, you know, after the flood. When you check the records, all ancient civilizations have an account of the flood. The Moabite stone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All nations have the Sumeria. They all have an account, a record of the flood, you know, which was the first death, the first major judgment that came about during the time of Noah. And why did that happen? Because the same thing that was going on in Noah's time is going on again. Evilness, wickedness
Con.
was at an all-time high. You know, violence in the land, you know?
Yep.
So it says, and again, that's why the judgment came. That's why the judgment is coming again. But this time, the Lord is not going to flood the earth with water, because he gave us a token of the rainbow, right? That was a covenant that he wasn't going to flood the earth again. Like you see these storms, like we mentioned, you read Ezra, the Lord is plaguing this place.
Yeah.
The Lord been plaguing Babylon. Burl, Ernesto, all these storms coming through plaguing Babylon. You know? Flooding out the east, you know? All type of tornadoes breaking out, right? That's the Lord plaguing this place. But he said he wasn't going to flood the earth again. This time he's going to flood the earth with what? Fire. You know? And really, he's going to flood America, Babylon the Great, with fire. And what's going to do that? ICBMs. That's the second death, the lake of fire. That's what Sarah Connor saw in Terminator 2. What was that movie called? Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
And what did Sarah Connor see in Judgment Day?
Mm-hmm.
She was holding on to the fence and she melted. What would melt Sarah Connors? Skynet, the rise of the machines. It's talking about the times that we're living in now. You know? That the machines are going to turn on mankind, you know, and wage war, you know? No, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to do that because he put the spirit on you to create AI. You know? The algorithm. He don't even know how AI works, man. You know?
He just following
it's
AI's
way beyond
lead.
him. He got to ask AI questions.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Real quick. Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord out of one will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
The Lord said, this shall be the plague, meaning the ultimate plague, the ultimate judgment.
Yep.
But before that, all manner of hell is going to be breaking loose. In 2nd Ezra 15, the Lord said he was going to plague Egypt as before. Again, America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
And just right before Egypt went down, ancient Egypt went down, the Lord plagued them with locusts, frogs. He turned the rivers to blood. He killed all the firstborn. He killed the cattle.
Facts.
You know, grasshoppers, locusts, all type of shit. You know the account. You've seen the 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston.
Yep.
You know, the Lord said he's gonna. Matter of fact, hold me that, so you know I'm not lying. 2nd Ezra, Baba Kasha. So you know I'm not just pulling this shit out my ass. You know, like Mr. Power Bottom. He pulled a lot of shit out of his ass. Have you ever been swallowed up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, This is 2nd Ezra 15, and I'm going to start at verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Where is that? In America.
Yep.
Our people are trotting down the broad path that leads to destruction. Skipping down the broad path in Funland. Like Pinocchio, remember Jiminy Cricket?
Yep.
We telling you, don't do that, man. You know?
Go right, not left.
Exactly.
Go right, not left.
What happened in Pinocchio?
Mm-hmm.
They turned into ass. They went to Funland, right?
Yep.
They was living it up.
Yep.
And turned into a bunch of asses.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep. Turned into what
Meanwhile, Jiminy Cricket was trying to warn you. Same thing Jiminy Cricket doing now, but you ain't listening.
Yep.
You're going to keep on keeping on.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand.
Slow down and read that, brother. Go ahead.
Slakia. It says, behold, my people is
my
led.
People, possessive. My people.
Mm-hmm.
What people? The Lord's people, the Yasharallah. That's why we came to the Americas. It tells you that in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. We were going to go into Egypt again with ships.
Khan.
How did we get to the Americas? In cargo slave ships.
Yep.
That was the prophecies. That's how we can identify ourselves. That don't fit the small hats. That don't fit the small hat, big nose, 1948 gutter rat, tunnel diggers in Brooklyn. That don't fit them. That fit the so-called Negroes, the so-called West Indians. You know, we came over, the Haitians, we came over here in cargo slave ships. You know, where? To the Americas, to Egypt, the modern day Egypt. Egypt is synonymous with bondage, the house of bondage. That's America. Go ahead.
It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
See, they think we're going to stay here forever in Funland. No, Funland is coming to a screeching close. Funland is going out of business. Ain't you been to a mall lately? Ain't you been to a what they call it, a brick and mortar store? Can't you see America is turning into a third world country? Don't you see the homeless epidemic is rampant? Every major metropolis look like a goddamn third world country. Tent cities. Oh, Hollywood, Hollyweird, San Francisco.
Through.
The heart of America. You know what I'm saying?
Through.
Go ahead. ahead.
It says,
But you still want to be a rapper, you know? You got niggas still trying to mumble rap, you know? Ain't nobody selling out tours except for Taylor Swift, man.
Taylor Swift, man.
Boosie told you that. I'm not a rapper. I'm an
entertainer.
entrepreneur. He got mad, you know? Ain't no money in the rap game. Ain't no money in acting.
Yep.
Ain't no. What's the last blockbuster movie you saw? What's the last movie theater you went to? This place is through.
Through. It
Go
says,
ahead, Op.
but I will.
I turn on the radio. They still playing songs from 1999. I'm tired of hearing Usher, man, and fucking Little John. You know?
Yeah.
Because this place is through.
Tired of hearing Maya and Cisco. Don't say nothing bad about Ja Rule. It says, 2nd Esdras 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues.
The Lord said He gonna bring us out of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same way he brought us into Egypt. Esau didn't take us down because he was so intelligent or so strong. It was divine intervention.
Yep.
You know, it was already ordained that we were going to go into captivity. Moses told us, this day I lay before you the blessings and the curse. Choose life or death. Constantly Jake been choosing death, so the curses came upon us.
Yeah.
You know?
Con.
The Lord is a man of his word. His word is bond. He's not a man that he should lie. He said it, it's going to come to pass.
Yeah.
You know? That's the only thing that keeps you, how about Shimei Shai in check? His word.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Go ahead.
And smite Egypt with plagues as before.
So the Lord said He's going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. And that's what you see happening. America, Babylon the Great, modern day Egypt is being plagued all over again.
Yep.
From the east coast to the west coast to the north to the south. Non-stop on the block being plagued. Matter of fact, you got a major hurricane brewing right now.
Con.
You know? And these plagues are increasing. And they're becoming more and more turbulent. You know?
Mm-hmm.
More and more devastating. More and more blackouts. You know? You know?
Yeah.
And then and all type of things are outbreaking after these, you know, tornadoes, you know? Tornadoes in unprecedented place. Earthquakes all over the damn place.
New York.
You know?
Everywhere.
And it's not just America. It's all over the world.
Yep.
Tsunamis, typhoons, you know, deluges, floods. These are all signs of the times. This is the Lord trying to get your attention. But these people ain't paying attention, you know?
Nah.
They ain't taking heed. They don't even want to watch the news. They say it's too depressing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says,
That's why that day's going to overtake you as a thief. But the remnant, the elect, we're not sleep like the majority of the people. The majority of the people, they want to stay in the sunken place. They don't want to wake up out the matrix.
exactly.
You know? They love it here. They love being a sodomite. They love being an adulterer. You know? They love it, man.
Yeah.
You know? They love being Mr. Steal Your Girl. You know? They love keeping it on the down low. Nobody has to know. You know?
Yeah.
They love having hot girl summer. You know? They love having a pussy stink. You know?
Yeah.
My pussy stink. Look, yo, Jake, this is why the Lord gonna destroy this place, man. And
Con.
destroy 2/3 of Israel. How the fuck you, Sexy Red got a fucking,
Lip gloss.
come on, bro, gonorrhea and all this type of shit. You know?
Damn, bro.
You telling me this the mighty men of the Tabernacle of David? You know?
Our people are destroyed.
But the question is, who destroyed us? Esau. He did it.
Yep.
Every time Jake tried to come together and get themselves together, Esau infiltrated their shit, man.
Facts.
We go into like Black Wall Street. You had a lot of Tulsa, Oklahoma. You had a lot of black communities. Jake was trying to get themselves together. What did Esau do? He destroyed it.
Set it on fire.
Jake tried to get hip-hop up, right? We always go into hip-hop, right? Hip-hop was originally righteous. Poor righteous teacher, Queen Latifah, UNITY, unity. It was, you know?
Yeah.
But then what happened? Esau infiltrated the shit, you know? Now you got the gangster rap, niggas with attitudes.
Yep.
And that's the wave now. Now
Yeah.
you got drill music. And went from fucking niggas with attitude, you know, to gangster rap, you know, to trap music. Again,
Yeah.
systems. Trap music. You know?
Yeah.
And what did that? That destroyed generation after generation, man. You know? No more knowledge of self, you know?
Yeah.
No more you're heading for self-destruction, you know? Now it's Molly Percocet,
You con.
you know?
Yep.
But it serves you niggas right, because you love it. You love turning up, you love getting high, you love, you know, being drunk. You love it. You love destroying yourself. You
They
love
love
walking
having
around with
the
skinny
freedom.
jeans, falling off your ass. You love the other nations looking down upon you. You know? You love being a degenerate.
Yeah.
You know? That's why you mark your whole body up. You look like a goddamn clown. Look like you need to be in a goddamn
Insane
a
asylum.
carnival, a Coney Island carnival. You know? Because in the past, that's what those people would do. You know?
The freaks.
Now it's norm. Now it's the norm. You know?
Freaks are
Now
the
you
new
can
norm.
put stars on your forehead, a nice big red star on your forehead, and you know nobody bats an eye.
And won't say nothing.
But that shows you the decay of America. You know?
Yeah.
Amber, the slut walk.
Oh,
This place
Lord.
is through. You
Oh,
got it.
Lord. It says,
But hey, the beautiful thing is the Lord ain't just finna leave us destroyed like this, man. You know? These other nations, these heathens, they would love to see us stay in this degenerate state, man.
Con,
Cause why? They could rape us, man.
continue to
You know?
benefit.
Exploit us. You know, these heathens, they get rich on the plight of Jake, man.
Yeah.
These Moabites, these gooks, they get wealthy off our women running and putting that goddamn shit in their fucking head, and then they
Facts.
wonder why they fucking got it. Oh my God, man. Wonder why you ain't got no goddamn edges, cause you putting fucking glue in your head 24/7.
Lace fronts and all, man. Oh, man.
What would possess you to fucking put another person's fucking hair that they cut off, that sacrificed to their God, in your fucking head? They cut them Indian women, they cut their fucking hair off, but you want some virgin Remy Ma, you know?
Yeah.
3,000, you know?
Yeah.
Goddamn, they exploit you. You know? I'm gonna set up a liquor store, sell them some Swisher Sweets, some malt liquor,
Yep.
you know?
Colt
I'ma get rich.
45.
You know? Put some 25, it ain't even 25, them little soda pops and shit.
Yeah.
Put some hood snacks in there, some Master Romeo.
For the little
Some
kids.
little Romeo barbecue chips.
Yeah.
All poison, all GMOs, nothing healthy. No fruits, no vegetables, Laffy Taffy now and laters, you know?
Damn.
And get rich, you know? Meanwhile, I'm going to treat them like shit. Talk down on them when they come in my store, you know? I'm going to set up a Chinese spot, you know, and feed them poison. I'm going to set up a crackhead chicken spot, you know? Don't even change the oil. But you niggas love it. You pack those places, man. You won't go to your own establishment. You won't go to the Soul Food restaurant, you know?
Ah.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Jake is pieces of shit. You go to the Jamaican spot, they gonna bust your head.
They gonna tax
They
your
gonna
ass
try to get some-
$40.
They gonna bust your head. So hey, what you left with?
You left with the. Oh man, this place
It's
is.
funny, but it's not funny.
It's not, man. Our people are destroyed, man.
Meanwhile, these heathens, they going to Whole Foods, Trader Joe's,
Yeah, eating good.
organic.
As good as you can eat here.
Now they catching hell. They in Walmart too. You know?
Nah, they're the food pantry line.
Yeah, kind. It's beautiful times, man.
Oh
Beautiful times.
man. It says, but I will bring. Second
Hey,
Ezra
this
15
the
and
best
11.
time to be alive. Even though we catching hell too, we being affected by inflation and all this other. We in this world just like you are. But the difference is, we have hope, man. We see this place. We don't want America to continue. We want this bitch to be destroyed.
So, yesterday.
Why? Because the destruction of America coincides with the deliverance of Israel, the return of our Lord.
Con.
What do I always say? We live in a Greco-Roman society, right? And how do we gauge time? Through the Gregorian calendar. And what are we living in? AD, Anno Domini, the year of our Lord.
Yep.
What was before that? BC, before Christ. So your whole existence is governed by the Lord.
Govern.
Ain't no escaping it.
And you gonna try to pretend like he don't exist. Damn.
The fool says in his heart there is no God.
Yep.
You got to be a goddamn fool if you don't believe there's a creator of the universe. When everything was created with intelligent design, perfectly. You took science, earth, space science and shit. You know, if we was 1 inch further or closer to the sun, we'd burn the fuck up or freeze.
Yep.
That took intelligent design. The way the sun sets in the east, rises in the east and sets in the west. Every day on the money. You could set your clock to it. Decades, centuries, you know? The way the lunar cycle, you know? But it was all random, you know? It was all random. But randomly everything was perfectly came together.
Yeah. The way the
You
waves.
gotta be a goddamn moron.
The fucking waves stop at the shoreline, as strong as they are, as mighty as they are. Man.
Just how the Lord doesn't waste anything. The circle of life, like we learned in Lion King.
Yeah.
Everything is in perfect balance, no waste. You know?
Con. Perfect. Yeah.
Intelligent design. Male, female, up, down, hot, cold. Everything is created in twos. Left, right, on, off. You tell me that was random?
Got to be a fool, like you said. It says
Only a base man would think that. But we can see Esau is a base man.
Con.
That's why he pollutes the same air that he breathes. That's why he sprays chemtrail in the same fucking air he got to breathe. That's why he cuts down all the trees, the lungs of the earth, because he's a goddamn idiot. That's why he pollutes the same water he has to drink. That's why he pokes holes in the ozone layer. You know, that's why there's space debris, trash all throughout space, because the base man is ruling. Don't you see everything he does destroys this world? Concrete jungle, destroying the world. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you go into the statue that Nebuchadnezzar saw, what was Esau's kingdom? The bottom.
At the bottom.
The worst kingdom. You know? If you can get in a time machine and go 100 years, 150 years, 200, 300, you'd be like, God damn, the earth was a paradise. Compared to now, the earth is desolate. The earth is mourning. Look, we always go, look at the trees, man. Look at the color of the trees. They're mourning. They're
Everything
dying.
Dead. Damn.
Go ahead,
It says, 2 Esdras 15 and 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
This is how God is stretching out his arm. All throughout the four corners of the earth, you got men doing the same thing we're doing. All on social media, week in and week out. You know, trying to warn you before this impending destruction. That's the Lord stretching out his arm by sending his men out to warn you.
Yep.
Making ourselves a living spectacle. Fools for Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. You know? Putting our lives on the line daily to bring you this truth. And what do our people do? They walk by us like they don't see us.
Con.
They ignore us. You know, they ridicule us. They talk shit. They scoff. They mock us. Right?
Yeah.
That's why we're going to mock you when this destruction comes. When your fear cometh. When all hell break loose, we're going to laugh at you because you didn't take heed. Just as I'm sure Noah was laughing when that flood came. Because they mocked Noah to scorn. You know?
Yep. Real quick.
But hey, when that flood came, I bet you they was beating down the doors of that ark.
Con.
But did God have mercy? Hell nah. Everybody died, save 8 souls. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. Everybody else died. You don't think there was little children back then? Oh no, everybody was grown, huh? There was no babies, toddlers, right? You think it was just all old people, young people? No, everybody died. Old, young men, women, and the same thing is gonna happen again. You got something?
Yeah. This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets.
That's where we at, in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
The agoras. To catch you, you know, when you least expect it. So there's no excuse. See, if we were just online, you could have an excuse. You could say, oh, I didn't see the videos. I didn't know.
We got no internet.
No, but we out here, we pounding the pavement to catch your ass, to mark you for destruction or salvation if you take heed. But you ain't gonna be able to say to God, I didn't know. I didn't know about the black Messiah. I didn't know America was gonna be destroyed. I didn't know the white man was the devil. You ain't gonna have no excuse.
No excuse.
You know fully, you heard this message and you rejected it. Therefore, the Lord is gonna reject you. Go ahead.
Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets.
The Lord said, wisdom crieth without. Without what? Without any care of your emotions, your feelings. We don't give a damn. We're trying to save our own self, man.
Con.
Because if we don't warn you, guess what? The Lord is going to require us. So we're trying to get the blood off of our hands. You know?
Yeah. It says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
We're crying, sighing and crying for all the abominations done therein.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, she crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city, she uttereth her words.
Hey, what did the Lord say? If he would have went to any other nation, they would have listened.
Yep.
It's always Edomites, and because they know. Because you see, Esau, unlike Jake, you know, we don't watch BT no more, right? Jake on Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, You know, Jake
Yeah.
on social media. But Esau, he watching Fox News.
Yep.
He watching Glenn Beck. He
Yep.
watching alternative media. Esau watching his empire collapse. He ain't stupid.
Yeah.
You know, he watching the news.
Uh-huh.
Unlike our people, completely enamored in folly. That's all Jake knows, wickedness. How to roll up a blunt, you know?
Mhm.
That's all Jake knows, wickedness.
Yep.
How to do righteousness, Jake don't know, you know?
Far from it.
You ask Jake, what's the name of the Heavenly Father? He couldn't tell you.
He'll tell you the God of this world, Jesus.
But I bet you ask him the score in the game, he know everything. Oh, LeBron scored a triple-double last night.
Yeah.
He know all that shit.
Yep.
He watching ESPN, Sports Center, you know?
He up on it.
Every morning before he go to work, he watches Sports Center.
Yeah.
You know. Meanwhile, Sleazy E, he watching Fox News, CNN. You know.
Alex Jones.
Con. He you know, he on alternative media. You know, he look checking shit out.
Yep. Looking at his stocks.
He watching his 401k slip.
Yep.
You know. He
Yep.
watching his pension lose. He watching.
Feels like
He
2008
watching. He
again.
watching us. He
Yep.
hearing us prophesy.
Mhm.
He like, oh, they met. He going into the scriptures. Unlike Jake.
Yeah.
What the fuck these niggas talking about? And they read. Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know? So
Hey.
Esau no, but Jake is simple. Hold me Hosea 4, Baba Kashan,
Con.
please.
So much so that Edomite had to blow his horn.
Destroyed for lack of, that was the Lord, man. The Lord always send us little jewels, man, that we're not prophesying in vain. 4 and 1, I believe. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Con. You said Hosea 4 and 1?
Hosea, I think it's 4 and 1 or 1 and 4. I can't remember. My people, 4.
I think you're right. 4 and 1.
Somewhere around there. Hey, what's funny is we in our hood, bro. We in our back of the woods, man.
You con.
Our people are, niggas we went to high school with over there playing ball and shit, you know? They pull up and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Con.
Throw the nod, but are they taking heat? Hell nah.
Nah. We
They all
like what
gossiping.
you do.
They all gossiping. Oh, them niggas bugged out. They on that black Hebrew Israelite shit. When last you talked to so-and-so? Oh, he on that black, he be downtown preaching that crazy shit. Talking about the white man, the devil.
Yeah.
You know?
God.
They in group chats talking shit about you, recording you and shit. You know? Hey, fuck them.
In the bushes on your page and shit.
Go ahead, Op.
Hosea 4 and 6.
When last you seen so-and-so, baby? Oh, he bugged out. Go ahead.
He wearing dresses now. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Whose people? The Lord's people.
Mm-hmm.
Israel. You so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Latinos, Hispanics, North American Seminole Indians. You're destroyed. Can't forget about the North American Indians. They destroyed on the reses. Bugged the fuck out.
Con.
Why? Because of what the white man did to them. What the Gad say? Never trust the white man. He speak with a forked tongue.
Forked tongue.
You know?
Yep.
You think he doing good because he got a little casino? Nah, that's 1 or 2 of them, bro. Just like what? What? 1 or 2 of our people gonna make it.
Yeah.
Crabs in a bucket. The appearance, the illusion of inclusion.
Con.
Meanwhile, the rest of them on reses, all drugged out. I think Esau be raping the women and shit. They be going up missing. Look at what happened with the North Dakota pipeline. They gave them a reservation, and when they found out there was oil on the land, they kicked their asses off.
And took that bitch back.
So
Yep.
all the tribes being destroyed, man. Oh, the Latin kingdom, Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. They trying to build a fucking wall. Meanwhile, they do the hardest work. Issachar, he is hired. Don't nobody work like a Mexican, you know?
Nobody.
He cutting your goddamn grass. He roofing. He doing your goddamn stucco. But you want to build a goddamn wall. He picking your goddamn lettuce, tomatoes, your organic shit.
Yeah.
You know? But we the problem, right? the migrant crisis. We the problem. You know?
Con.
Go ahead, Op.
It says.
Meanwhile, the ones that do the most damage are these goddamn white collar criminals, man.
Yeah.
Stealing whole fucking pensions and destroying hundreds of thousands of families. Murdoch, Bernie Madoff.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
fucking devil, and don't even do no time, prison time.
None.
You know,
Not in trouble as other men. The scripture says it. Hosea 4 and
Harvey
6.
Weinstein's. You know, they just get away with murder. But you the problem.
Yeah. Con.
You know, you pushing. God forbid you push a little bit of weed, right?
Mhm.
Try to push it. God forbid you try to sell a little bit of weed. This nigga got whole dispensaries.
Yeah.
This whole, goddamn hypocrite.
This man got whole boats
What-
loaded with weight.
What they say? What's that? 100 metro tons of kilo, that white. What was that? Vin Diesel? Well, I forget what movie that was.
That's not Fast and Furious. It's
100 metro tons a week or some shit like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
He started moving weight like crazy, man.
Weight like crazy, man.
Legally.
Yeah.
You know?
Matter of fact, it was one of the.
Meanwhile, you can't even drive a little cannabis around. Or you get cannabusted. You go to Polk County, you go get cannabusted.
Facts. Hosea 4 and 6.
Nigga had a rap sheet this long, right? Finally thought he came up, you know?
Thought he had a legit way to come up, man.
Oh,
Ain't
God
nobody
damn.
paying no attention to my bus named Cannabis.
He like, shit, they got right next to McDonald's. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Esau probably, remember the dude said he wanted to confiscate, he wanted 2 of them?
Yeah.
He want to sell that shit. They gonna be selling in Polk County.
The deputy said, hey, you didn't see any old folks or anybody with real problems going up to that
How
bus?
the fuck you know what the hell going on, you know?
Yeah. It says Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because thou hast rejected knowledge.
They had a saying in the world, you want to hide anything from a nigga, put it in a book.
Yep.
Because niggas don't read. Niggas are lazy. You know?
Yeah.
You tell a nigga something, he won't even look it up. He just he gonna run with it.
Yeah.
Like it's God, you know?
Yeah.
He ain't gonna do no research, you know?
None whatsoever. Take that talking point and run with it. Like it's
Goddamn
fact.
parrot. Niggas a bunch of parrots.
Yeah,
You know?
parrots. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because thou...
And that's what you see happening. Amongst our people, they just talk a bunch of gossip. You know? And they like barbershop talk.
Yep.
You know? They super deep, but don't know a goddamn thing.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Think they super deep because they heard a nigga say something, you know?
Mhm.
And they running with it, you know?
Yeah. And the Lord, in Proverbs we just read, the Heavenly Father showed y'all exactly where to go to get knowledge. He just told y'all where to go, and y'all refuse. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because
That's why there are a bunch of little nasty exes,
Yep.
a bunch of Cardi B selling that WAP,
That
you know?
wop.
that ill nana, you
Yep.
know? You
Yep.
know?
Yeah.
Little nasty exes, you know?
Man. It says, because thou hast rejected knowledge.
They rejected knowledge. They don't want
Yeah.
to hear this truth.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear they Israelites, you know?
Mhm.
They want to hear they came from Kemet, you know?
Yeah.
Anything but, they want to hear they Muslim,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. But hey, anything that doesn't hold them accountable for their actions, man. They don't mind being Kemet.
Yeah,
Because there's not a standard.
Exactly. When you come back to your Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, there's a standard.
Con.
It's no longer that do as thou will.
Nope.
You know, like the Christian church, you can do all type of wickedness, and you know, come on Sunday, pay your tithes, you good. Matter of fact, I was in the world, just like you were. Fucking Friday, Saturday night, you doing all type of wickedness. You in the club, doing all type of debauchery.
Yep.
And Sunday, you put on your Sunday's best. You know,
Yep.
you sing a couple songs, catch the Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you niggas only go like once a year, Easter.
Easter.
You know what I'm saying? Get fresh. You know?
And that's like going to the club anyway.
Or even if you go every Sunday, you singing the praise song, whatever the fuck you doing, you know, making yourself feel good.
Wasting
And
your
then
fucking
afterwards,
time.
you take your fat ass down to the Golden Corral, eat a whole bunch of abominable foods. You know? That's the highlight of your Sunday.
Yeah.
After church.
After church. A bunch of
The
damn...
buffet special. Some of you wicked as hell, you got the women downstairs cooking abominable food, frying up bacon,
Yep.
you know?
Uh-huh. Oh, man. It says, Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
That's why you get gunned down. That's why that chick, Macy, that's why that Edomite cop blasted her in the fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, who did she call on?
Jesus.
Hey, where was Jesus?
Yep.
Matter of fact, the cop said that enraged him. He thought she was trying to curse him.
Uh-huh.
You know?
You can tell by his actions. What he said after that? I wish you would. Oh, man. It
But
says,
it serves her ass right.
yeah.
We don't feel sorry. We don't feel sorry for Trayvon Martin, Philando Castile. We don't feel sorry, man.
Nope.
Serves you right. Serves you right when little Ray Ray and Pookie get gunned down. Because they was pieces of shit anyway, terrorizing the neighborhood.
Yep.
Stealing everybody's shit,
Mm-hmm.
you know? They get what they deserve.
Death by pain.
When he get locked up in the group home and they run a train on him, you know, he become a side, he get turned out.
Yep.
He become instituted, serve his ass right.
Hey, what's that saying in the world? What goes around comes around.
Hey, the Lord, hey, you reap what you sow. You the same generation that said, let the sins fall upon us and our children.
Facts.
Crucify Yahushua, give us Barabbas. Hey, you back receiving your judgment.
Facts. It says that.
Oh, he was good. He was such a good boy. They always got the fucking his kindergarten
His
picture.
third grade.
Yeah, why don't you show little Ray now with tatted up, look like a goddamn demon, got them dookie locks? Why don't you show him? You know? Why don't you show? What's the nigga that got gunned down? Foley.
Folio.
Foley, dumbass, whatever the fuck this nigga's name was, man.
Yep.
He deserved that shit.
Yep.
Nigga got shot in the foot, you know, still being a dumbass, smoking his eye. Serve you right, nigga. Who's Foley now? You the big Foley, you know?
Oh,
but
man.
you XX Testations serve you right too, nigga. Doing that Satanism, you know?
Yeah.
Serve all of you right.
Hey,
Your King Vons, your fucking little young Dolphs, your fucking what's it? Offset. Yeah, the offset your ass, huh?
Con.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, the Lord is not mocked, man. It says.
And you ain't seen nothing yet.
Dun, dun,
Diddy,
dun.
look, Diddy looking sad. Did he
Man.
do it? Did he not do it? You know? Russell Simmons, he's looking sad. You know? Serve all you niggas right.
Hey, y'all took that deal. It says that thou shalt be no more.
Hey, Diddy looking bad, bro. He ain't even, I seen a picture of him. I should have put a screenshot of it. The nigga gray is coming in. The nigga ain't getting the just for men no more. He ain't got his barber edging it. This nigga look rough, bro. This nigga, he drugged out, you know?
Sound like you need a Snickers,
He
man.
through.
You want to get away? You ain't getting away.
The nigga need the shit. The you need Michael Jackson. He need Michael Jackson doctor. Nigga can't sleep at night. He need the horse tranquilizer. You know?
Oh, man. Serves him right. It says, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
That's, again, hey, I don't even need to break that down.
Yeah, man.
That's the Lord speaking. So why don't your pork chop pastor read these type of scriptures? God is good all the time. You blessed, you saved. You saved from what? Ain't nothing happening yet. Are you saved from getting diabetes? Are you saved from getting cancer? What the fuck are you saved from?
Absolutely
Are
nothing.
you saved from getting evicted from your house? Are you saved from your car getting repoed? What are you saved from? You saved from reality. That's what you saved from. You know, because reality is your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
It's your nemesis. You know, you don't want to deal with reality. So you running, you looking for love in all the wrong places.
All the wrong
You're looking
places.
for love. You're looking to escape reality in a bottle, in drugs, and women, in your job.
Mm-hmm.
Anything but you don't want to deal with reality. That this place is collapsing. You know?
Yeah. Real quick, this is Psalms chapter 19.
But you finna be met with reality whether you like it or not.
Shit.
Everybody's in for a rude awakening when they least expect it. What is it saying? 1 Thessalonians, when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction shall come upon you.
Yeah.
The Lord finna get everybody attention, man. You know? Just as he did in the ancient world. You know?
Yeah. He about to reintroduce himself. It says, Psalms 19:7, the law of the Lord out of one is perfect, converting the soul. And I brought that up because, hey, the Lord, you know, is mentioned in the law, man. All right? Because the law is having knowledge and understanding of the Lord's likes and dislikes, man. Ultimately. So back to 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand.
Again, the way we're going to get delivered is going to be extravagant. You know? Homie, have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel.
Con.
You know, even though it looked like, oh man, I gotta get another one. Even though it don't look like the Lord love us, we the Lord, like a lot of times, like I told you, my sister, when I woke up to this truth and I told her who we are, I told her that we descend from Moses. You know, you read the Bible, that was us.
Right.
She laughed me to scorn. Why did she laugh me to scorn? Because she just know in her mind, when she read the Bible, everybody's white. How the fuck could we be descend from Moses, right?
Yeah.
She made the biggest laugh, you know? I was like, I'm serious.
Yeah,
That's our forefathers, man. When you read, that's us. You know, she like her stomach was hurting. She like stop. You know,
Yeah. You think you just gave her the best news of her life, and she shitted on it.
she destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Con.
You got-
Isaiah 4:1. For the Lord Adawan will have mercy on Jacob.
That's the good news. That's the gospel. People always talk about read the gospel. Read the God. What does the word gospel mean? Gospel means good news.
Mm-hmm.
It is my good tidings to bring you good news, right?
Mm-hmm.
Salvation is coming to my nation, Israel, right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord Adawan will have mercy on
That's the
Jacob.
good news. We're not going to always be in the traps, the hoods, you know, the ghettos, the slums, the barrios. We're not going to be in the projects for our whole life, you know? We're not going to be in the bottom for our whole, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because Jake coming to the conclusion that, hey, maybe we are cursed people, right?
Yeah.
Jake finally wrapping their head around, hold on, maybe black people are cursed, right? Now
Yeah.
they trying to, now the new trending thing is we got to break the generational curse.
Mm-hmm.
You can't break the fucking curse. God put it on you, dumbass.
Yep.
He put it on you so that you could consider
Yep.
to humble your stupid ass. But you so goddamn proud, you love being in prison. You institutionalized, just like all these niggas locked up, keep going back. You love it here. As long as you can get some honey buns, you can get some box, you know? You don't give a damn, you know? You
Yeah.
don't keep being a slave, working for 15 cents an hour, you know? As long as you can go play basketball.
In the
You know,
yard.
it's just like prison.
Yeah.
It's recent, you know? Yard time. What they doing?
Hooping.
Liberty. You got liberty. All the time. You're not in hardcore slavery anymore. Chattel slavery, where this devil had actual yokes of iron on your neck. Now you're free to do whatever the fuck you want to do. You don't have to eat pig chitlins and pig feet and pig ears, hog maw.
Pig intestines.
That was the scrap that the slave master gave you to eat that he didn't want, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you now it's soul food. Now it's a delicacy, you know?
Damn.
Shitlins. Shit stink up the whole goddamn neighborhood, bro. But you want to eat that? God damn.
I thought you were what you eat. Last time I checked. It says.
I guess a lot of niggas are pussy.
It
Go ahead. Inside.
says Isaiah 4:1. For the Lord Adawan will have mercy on Jacob.
Hey, 50 said, I don't eat nothing that could walk. Well, that Banks, Lloyd Banks, he said, I don't eat nothing that could walk away. You know? Go ahead.
It says and will yet choose Israel.
Oh, Salaki. Go ahead.
Isaiah 4:1. For the Lord Adawan
That was
will.
Isaiah? I was off. Go ahead.
For the Lord Adawan will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land.
Future prophecy. Again, because the people that are in the land right now, the land that's what you know as Palestine, they're not the people.
Yep.
They're imposters, culture vultures. You know? The scriptures say a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. You know?
Mm-hmm. It says, and will set them in their own land, and
When you read Deuteronomy 28, it said 68, it said we were going to go into Egypt again with ships. You know? No man shall buy you, meaning free you. And it said, the latter part said, the land, you shall see it no more.
Khan.
Meaning we weren't going to go back into the land as a nation, as a whole.
Yep.
Till Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai put us in that land.
Facts. It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
The Israelite foreigners. Because contrary to popular belief, this isn't just a color thing. This isn't about a black or white thing. You're going to have Israelites that are going to be looking like all the nations. Because throughout time, Israel has always mingled their seed. You are who your father is, right? That's how you determine your lineage, your nationality. Hold me numbers,
Mm-hmm.
you declare your house by the pedigree of your fathers, right?
Yep.
So, again, throughout the centuries, the Israelite man has always laid with the women of the other nations to this day. Look at Kobe, you know, Jake always doing that, mingling his seed,
Pedigree.
right? But again, you are who your father is, right?
Khan.
So you're going to have Israelites that are going to come back looking like some of the heathen nations, looking like Moabites, so-called Chinese people, looking like so-called white people, Edomites, so-called Elamites, Indian people, Ishmaelites, so-called Arabs, you know?
Yep.
All the nations, wherever we were scattered, you're going to have Israelites looking like those nations. But their biblical nationality are Israelites because of who their father is.
Khan.
We always mention like, what's the dude, the basketball, Blake Griffin. If you look at Blake Griffin, he's light-skinned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why does he look like that? A lot of people don't even know Blake Griffin's father's Haitian, Levi.
Yep.
A lot of people don't even know that. His mother's a white woman. That's why he looks like that. Now, Blake Griffin, if you look him up, he's married to a white woman, right? And his son looks straight up white, like a so-called white man. Looks straight like a white man. But is he white? No, he's an Israelite because of Blake Griffin, who would be Levi from his father.
Yep.
You are who your father is. You got that in Numbers?
Con. Numbers 1:18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigree.
They declared their pedigree. Your
Mhm.
pedigree is your stock.
Mm-hmm.
Like dogs. You know, you want a pure blood, right?
Yep,
So you check
pure
their
breed.
pedigree. You don't want a mutt. What's a mutt? Somebody that's mixed with, you know? Go ahead.
Con. It says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month and declared their pedigree after their families by the house of their fathers, according.
So again, you declare your pedigree, your stock, your nationality, your origin, your nation of origin is declared by your father.
Yep.
Like back in the day, they had the show Roots, right? Alex Haley. You ever seen Roots?
Of course.
With Kunta Kinte, Toby, Chicken George, all that shit.
Yeah.
When you check Roots, remember he traced his roots back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you check it out, he traced it wrong because he went through his mother,
Con.
which is off. You know, that's what those Amalekites do. Those small hat, big nose people. They say you're a so-called Jew based upon your mother. That's off. You know, you are who you are based upon your father,
Con.
which you just read. That's it.
So back to Isaiah 14.
The strangers
Con.
and the strangers shall be joined to them. Right there.
It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
Again, now we know those strangers are Israelite foreigners. Israelites that are scattered amongst all the nations. But they're really Israelites. You know, they're going to come into this fold. Go ahead.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Adawan for servants and handmaids.
That's going into the other nations now. The other nations are going into captivity.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good news.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Ain't that fair?
You damn right.
Eye for an eye? Doesn't that balance the scale? How else could the scales be balanced? We always go into an Esau's world, right? His law. What's the statute of limitation for murder? If you commit a murder 50 years ago and they find out, what's going to happen?
Death.
You're going to get persecuted to the full extent of the law.
Con.
There is no statute of limitation on murder. Like, for example, rape. Bill Cosby, there's a time period. You got a certain amount of time to bring the case up.
Mm-hmm.
Now with murder, there is no time limit. Even in Esau's world, right? His law. So how much more so with God? You know? So all the rape, robbing, pillaging, all the murdering you did to the tribes, not just the so-called black tribes, the so-called Negroes, the West Indians, but what about the Latin tribes?
Yep.
That so-called conquistadors. You
Yep.
know? What about what the fuck they did? All throughout South America. You know?
Mm-hmm.
In Central America. What about all the rape, robbery, and pillaging they did? What about what the Portuguese did? Why do you think the people in Brazil speak Portuguese? Because they were conquered.
Mm-hmm.
That's not their indigenous national language. You know? What about the Dutch? You know?
Yeah.
All Edomites, if you're paying attention. What about the French? All Edomite nations. Ain't that a coincidence? I guess that was random too, huh?
Con.
I guess it was random that
Far from it.
that all Edomite nations went around conquering everybody.
Yep.
You know? No,
Yep.
it was prophecy. Matter of fact, the white man said it was his manifest destiny. He was right. It was his destiny. You know, going back to Isaac.
Yeah,
That's what
Genesis.
Isaac blessed him with. You know? But the latter end of that blessing is slavery. Because you sow what you reap. And that's fair. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Thus saith the Lord. Ain't no getting around it. That's fair.
You forgot to read the
That's
fine
just.
print.
You got it.
It says,
We got like 20 minutes, so
and the people shall take them.
I think that's the point. I wanted the
That
mercy
was the point? Come.
Yeah. What else? Where were we at?
Second Esdras.
Okay, go back to 15. Matter of fact, You already mentioned the plagues. Go to 16 now.
Con.
Because I want to go back to the point about the start at woe is me. Who will deliver me? Did you hit that part in 15 yet?
I don't think I hit the point. The point was in
Yeah, go back. Go 15. Start at woe is me. The plagues are draw slack.
2nd Esdras 15 and 14. It reads, woe
Go
to
up a little bit. Like a couple of verses. Like 1 or 2 verses. Baba Kashah.
it says
Can any man, is that it right there? Where you at?
you said 15, right?
Yeah. Let me see. They be running together.
Yeah, 15 and 16 is
just go up a little bit.
now. Well, 14 is right above where we left off, because we left off at 11,
Go ahead.
going into 12.
Go ahead.
So it says, I just started 12. It says, 2nd Esdras 15 and 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with the fearful constellation. Woe to the world.
That's there. Woe to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Woe means destruction. That's what's coming to the world. Destruction. Woe. The second woe passed. The second destruction passed. There was 3 woes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Bible talks about 3 woes. Through 3 major destructions. World War I, World War II, and World War III. The second woe passed. The second World War has passed. The third woe is coming quickly. Right? Woe means destruction. Go ahead.
Woe to the world.
Destruction is coming to the world. That's what's on the horizon. You know?
And them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
The sword. A sword is a killing instrument, right? The modern day sword is a gun. And the ultimate sword would be a missile, an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord's arrows. Go ahead. The Lord said it's drawing nigh. It's about to be class wars, race wars, domestic violence is about to go through the roof. No work for Egypt, as per Isaiah 19. Okay? Major unemployment. And we right there, you see it. Everything is coming to a head if you're paying attention. If you're adding up all the numbers. Banks collapsing. And niggas ain't completely oblivious.
Completely.
Major banks collapsing. Disappearing. You know?
Yeah.
but everything is good. Right? Don't look up. Keep your head buried in the sand.
Yep.
Goddamn clowns. Go ahead.
It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
That's what's coming to America. All hell is about to break loose. You know, with the migrant crisis, we saw that the Hells Angels rolled on Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
If you was watching the news, they said that Venezuela, there's a major Venezuela gang that's taking over Aurora, Colorado, their apartments, allegedly. I believe it's a psyop, you know, agent provocateurs. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, you know. He has, just like with the Black Panthers, he does all type of fuckery, man. But anyway, because of that, what the so-called migrant crisis, not to mention New York, remember there was all the shit going on with the migrants.
Mm-hmm.
The Hells Angels, like 100 deep, they rolled on Colorado, allegedly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And what's that showing you? That a major race war is coming. You know?
Yeah.
You can feel the tensions. You know?
Yep.
If you believe those good old boys aren't paying attention and they're not in the Ocala forest right now, up in the mountains and shit, drilling, preparing, you sadly mistaken.
Sadly.
The so-called militia, you know, they waiting. Oh, you better hope Come All Over You Harris don't get elected.
Woo.
You better hope Come All Over You Harris loses, man. Because guess what? If Trump don't win, the South is going to rise again.
You best believe it.
You got a lot of those good old boys, they're actually ex-military veterans, man.
Good.
A lot of them been stealing, got brothers and, colleagues and shit still in the military. They've been stealing a bunch of military equipment goes missing all the time. Tanks, rocket launchers, you know? So a lot of these people have no fucking idea what's about to happen, man.
Yeah. Well,
Why you think they just came out with the movie Civil War? You think that's a coinky thing? No, it's called predictive programming.
Yep.
I guess the movie with Obama, with the, remember, what's that one on Netflix?
Leave the World Behind.
I guess that was a coinky thing, right? You know?
Yep.
No, it's called predictive programming. You got it. You got something? You got it.
It says, Salakia. It says, for there shall be Second Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men.
Sedition, meaning inciting riots, meaning talk to cause you to go against your leaders. That's not far-fetched. You see it going on all around the world right now. All type of protests, you know, and they're becoming more and more violent. And it's coming right here to the shores of America. What you think? What you think gonna happen when you go to the grocery store and there's no more food? You know?
Con.
You know, they're gonna lash out against their politicians, their leaders, when there's no work, when the grid collapses. You know?
Yep. Yep.
Go ahead.
It says,
And it's all in the Bible. These are, when you read Matthew 24, Luke, Mark, these are all the signs of the coming of our Lord. He told you these things would be happening. Uproars of the people, you know, wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places. These are all signs of the times, the coming of our Lord. You all know about it. Again, AD, Anno Domini, the year of our Lord, the return of our Lord. But you think that's going to happen not in your lifetime. You think even if Jesus, so-called Jesus returns, I'm going to be dead and gone. You know? You think that's going to be, oh, maybe my grandkids' lifetime. 50 years from now, 100 years from now. No, he's coming quickly, sooner than you believe. You know?
damn right.
He's right around the corner. Go ahead.
It reads, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
They're not going to listen to their leaders. They're not going. People not going to give a damn about martial law, checkpoints. You know?
Yep.
Hey, when people have nothing left to lose, guess what? They're going to lose it. What do you think the Purge movies was about? You know? Go ahead.
It says,
hey, they showed that, you know what a good example of that was? Katrina. When them levees broke and them National Guard was blocking the bridge off and they couldn't pass, you know how much crime, how much death happened in Katrina? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, in Texas, when the grid went down, when it was a blackout, you know?
Yeah.
Man, so how much more so when the society completely collapses? When 9/11 ain't rolling, 911 ain't rolling, you know?
Con.
What do you think gonna happen? It's gonna be the strong survive. And you got people that know that's gonna happen. Like you got doomsday preppers, they're preparing, they're storing up resources.
I need to report a crime.
Salakia.
You know, you got doomsday preppers, they're storing up resources for when all hell break loose. You got something called doomsday wolves.
Mm-hmm.
You got people that they're preparing to take what you got.
Yep.
They're not storing up resources. They're storing up weapons, ammunition, and they're clicking up. And their whole mindset is, fuck it, I don't need to gather up shit. I'm gonna just take it from the weak, you know?
Con.
So it's about to get real nasty, man.
I was trying to remember that name of that Netflix movie. It's called Rebel Ridge, and it's basically stirring up more seditions against Jake and cops. It's about a Jake who is going against a whole all Edomite police station, you know? So that spirit of sedition, man, they're revving it up, man. So it says,
it ain't far-fetched that race wasn't gonna break out. How do we know that? Because we talk to our people, and we know you don't want to acknowledge the white man is a devil right now, but soon as something bad happened, the white man is a devil. Soon as you get passed over at your fucking job, you get fired, something happened to you, now he's a goddamn redneck, you know, he's a cracker, this, that, and so that hatred is already there.
Yep.
And if you think the white man don't talk about your black ass like that to his people, you sadly mistaken. If he don't go home and say, fucking Tyrone, you know, got to promote fucking Tyrone, you know, you must be mistaken.
Yep. That's
that
the truth.
enmity is there, bro. It never left.
That's without a doubt. And if you deny that, you're a liar. It says, for there shall be...
I know it's there. All you got to do is go to the comment board. Go to any social media platform. Go to the comment section.
Yep.
It's all type of racist shit because they hiding behind avatars.
Yep.
On both sides.
Yep.
And that's how we know the end is coming. Because I see regular ass Jake calling white people Esau, you know, Edomites. They be butthurt, you know. You through Esau, you know. That's how you know.
Got videos going viral of the Edomites being called Esau.
You got people on their job cursing out their boss, you goddamn Edomite.
Yep.
You know? And,
on airplanes.
If you want to make an Edomite angry, call them an Edomite.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know that they're Edomites.
Yep. And they know exactly what
and
it
they
means.
know what it is. That's
They know
how
exactly
we
what
know
it
they be
is.
watching.
Con.
You call them Esau, Edom, you know?
Yep.
Or you call them, they know exactly what the fuck you talking about. And he what can he say? His track record precedes him.
Mm-hmm.
The evidence is overwhelming. You are the whole Malachi 1-4, you are the devil the Bible speaks of. Your works precede you. Your track record reached the heavens, man. All the wickedness you've been doing. You don't stop, man. You don't. Matter of fact, the scriptures say you don't sleep at night unless you do wickedness.
Yep. Con.
That's when you have a good night's sleep, when you done fuck somebody over.
Con. Yep. Malachi chapter 1 from the top.
1 and 4.
Straight to the point. 1 and 4. It says, whereas.
I wanted to. I was holding this on deck for the point about. I didn't even get to mention it about how we're talking about this economy's through and how they building, all this construction going up. But who the fuck is buying? Nobody. Like I said before, nothing's moving in Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
The economy's through. The economy is the lifeline. That's how you measure the vitality of a nation, through their economy.
Facts.
First and foremost, what is America's GDP, gross domestic product? Nothing. They don't produce nothing. Except folly and wickedness. That's what they produce. You know?
Yep.
They don't export nothing. They import everything. You know? So again, the economy's through. Nothing's moving. Residential real estate is at a standstill. Why? Because the interest rates is astronomical.
Yeah.
Can't nobody get no fucking loans. The price of houses is astronomical. You can't afford it anyway.
Through the roof.
I don't need no fucking ad-lib, brother.
You got it.
Unless you add in precepts or something, you know. The car market is at a standstill. You know. You got 2022 sitting on fucking lots still, man. Brand new.
Mm-hmm.
5 miles. You know. And they still want 100,000, 80,000, 60,000. And they still ain't selling. So this place is through. You know. Read that.
Malachi 1 and 4.
Oh, no, that's the point about a building, Salaki. They shall build, but I shall throw down. That's the point that I want out of that. But going back to the point that this place is through. They're building, right? They steady building, but Yahweh Shem Yahushua about to throw down.
Yeah.
But when I was meditating on that, you know what? Every empire did the same thing. You saw the Ten Commandments. What was Pharaoh doing? What was the children of Israel doing in Egypt? Building Pharaoh's kingdom up.
Steady building.
That's every empire. They were steady building before they collapsed.
Steady building. Without straw. Con.
And the same thing now. And if you got a goddamn brain, you can foresee it. It's a Ponzi scheme, because a lot of those construction companies are backed by the government. They get government big $3 million, $4 million, big ass loans to build some shit, man.
Yeah, they get contracts. Con.
But nobody's fucked the lot. You got old houses that ain't moving.
Yeah.
How much more so these new, right down all this shit? Who the fuck is gonna move into these places? It's a Ponzi scheme. Just like in China, you got mega cities that are empty.
Completely empty. Yeah.
It's a Ponzi scheme. Like when you go into, when you check out the mafia, the mob, what's the number one thing they infiltrated? The construction sites, man. That was a racket. They would squeeze the union workers and shit. You know?
Damn.
You gotta pay. It's all racket, bro. And all that. This is one big Ponzi scheme.
Con. Further signs that this place is through.
But I say all that for that 1 and 4.
Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build in desolate places.
Build the desolate places. That's what they did. You know, because we mentioned earlier before that we had the second leg of the beast. The first beast was the Roman Empire, but the Roman Empire collapsed. Matter of fact, prior to the Roman Empire collapse, it was split into the West and the East, the Holy Roman Empire and the Pagan Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
The Pagan Roman Empire was when Esau was ruling, the so-called white man, wicked as hell. Caligula, the Caesars, wicked as hell. But then you had the Holy Roman Empire, which is when Jake took over, starting with, Apostle Hart say Nerva, but a prominent name during when Jake was ruling Rome was Constantinople. He was a Jake, you know. But that's when Rome started to fall. It was split, you know.
Con.
But Rome eventually completely collapsed during the so-called Middle Ages, the Dark Ages. It's no coincidence that they called it the Dark Ages, huh? Because they say what? Nothing was going on, right? You full of shit. You had thriving civilizations. You had the Moors in Spain. The Moor meaning black. The last stronghold of the Moors was Granada, Spain. Jake was all in Russia, the czars, right? That was all during the Dark Ages. King Arthur, all that shit, Shakespeare, that whole era was Jake ruling.
It's Jake.
Jake was all in Scotland, Ireland, all throughout England, you know?
Yeah.
But it was the Dark Ages. Yeah, I bet it was dark because people of color were ruling.
Yeah.
And then what happened at Esau was what? Esau was on the bottom. That serpent, what was it, for 1,000 years?
1,000 years.
He was
Who
chained.
deadly- Yep.
He was on the bottom during the so-called Middle Ages, the Dark Ages. But then what happened after the Dark Ages? You have something called the Renaissance. The Renaissance, the rebirth. Or the rebirth of what? Of the beast,
Of the beast.
of the
Ah.
Roman Empire. And it was marked by Christopher Columbus going out to find a new world. And then all the other Edomite nations followed suit.
Yep. Branched out.
But that was
Ah.
the revival of the deadly, of the beast. And we at the last end of it, you know?
Finally. Con. So it says, well, that was the point. You want me to read this whole
Read that
Malachi?
over again.
Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are
So
impoverished.
again, that was during the Dark Ages when they was in the bottom. They were actually in the caves. What you call the Georgia Caucasus Mountains. That's why they call themselves Caucasian, meaning cave dweller.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Where were they before that? They were in Petra, Mount Seir. When you go to Petra, Mount Seir, which is in the land of Edom, right? Which is what? Southeast of Jerusalem. When you go to Petra, what you're gonna see is Greco-Roman architecture caved into the walls of the rocks.
Yeah, carved.
Yeah, it looks like any local downtown, you know,
Yep.
municipal building, because that's Esau's architecture.
Yeah.
So read that again.
Malachi 1 and 4.
Again, the evidence is overwhelming, and there's no excuse. You can Google all this. You can go to Wikipedia. You can Google it. You got fucking smartphones.
Yep.
The Lord made it easy for you. There's no excuse. That's why we know the end is coming. That's why we know judgment is about to play out. Go ahead.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build in desolate places.
Again, that's the Renaissance, the period of enlightenment, right? Also, what did they say? They said they got something called iconoclasm, which happened during the Renaissance. When you look up iconoclasm, that's when they defaced the true images of the icons.
Yep.
Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, the prophets, they whitewashed everything. You got pictures of it. You could see them painting over the images.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's why you mentioned earlier, Putin opened the icon, the Russian icons, which showed the true images prior to the iconoclasm, prior to the Renaissance.
Yeah.
He showed medieval depictions, artwork, you know?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you go to certain European nations, you go to like old churches, you'll see stained glass murals of Jake on there, man. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the so-called Black Madonna. Man, the evidence is overwhelming.
Overwhelming. And in your face. It says, thus saith the Lord Adawan of hosts, they shall build.
That's what they did. They went around and built a concrete jungle.
Damn. They
Everywhere you go in this world looks like Babylon. I don't give a damn if you in China, if you in fucking Saudi Arabia, if you in the United Emirates, Dubai. What you gonna see? A concrete jungle.
Mm-hmm.
That's Esau's architect, man.
Yep.
That ain't the traditional Chinese architecture. They tore all that shit down. I watch fucking them old kung fu movies.
Yeah.
I know what the hell was in Japan and China.
Yep.
It didn't look like that. Fucking look like you go to Japan, Tokyo, look like you in Manhattan somewhere.
Downtown New York.
That's inspired by Esau. It reminds him of the caves. That's why he likes skyscrapers. He likes being up high. He likes concrete. He feels at home.
Mm-hmm. It says,
He want the penthouse suite. Jake don't like. I don't like being up that high, man. Every time I go out, I feel queasy. I don't like that shit.
no, yeah, con.
My demon, she like that shit. You know? I hate that shit.
Going up 100 stories and
Going up to
75
the top
floor.
of the goddamn skyscraper, the build. You go, bro. The Empire State Building. If you used to go to the top of it, you got like you could look out and see shit, but you could feel the building swaying, bro.
You can see it
I've never seen it, but I felt the shit.
in videos. They slack you.
But they build it that way because the tent, you know, they build it on purpose.
Yep.
But I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep, that's facts. I don't know. I agree with you, bro. I don't feel comfortable that high up. It says,
Not till I get my spiritual power.
yeah, exactly. That's how I was thinking that the whole time. They shall build.
How much time we got?
It's probably we over.
Okay.
It says,
I got that. I wanted to hit that too, though, but that's the point. Go ahead.
they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
They shall call who the border? Esau, Edom, the border of wickedness.
Mhm.
That's where wickedness starts and stops. The buck stops with Esau.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's an expert at wickedness. He's an expert at pedophilia. You know, he have whole pedophile islands. You know, in the Bahamas, nothing comes of it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he's an expert. You know, of sodomy, he's an expert at it. You know, transitioning, changing your plumbing, he's an expert at it. You know, he done perfected wickedness, man.
Hey, he do a diligent search in everything that he put his hands on. Con. It says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Adawan hath indignation forever.
The word indignation means righteous anger. So hold on, I thought God was all love. Hold on, we're going to leave one more. Jacob, Esau have hated.
Con.
Isn't that Malachi? No, what is that? I forget. It's in two places.
Oh, it's in I got it right in Malachi. I just got to start up.
I thought so.
It says Malachi 1 and verse 2. I have loved you.
That's what I was thinking earlier too when I said mercy. That's the one that I wanted. We can close out. We got it. Yeah.
I have loved you, saith the Lord Adawan.
Again, even though it doesn't look like it. Again, we are a proverb and a byword. We're hated amongst all these nations. We're the last hired, the first fired. We get red lines. We move in, they move the fuck out. You know, like we the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So read that again.
Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord Adawan. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
That's why my sister laughed me to scorn. I said, you the Lord chosen, we the Lord chosen people. The Lord love us. We the apple of his eye. She laughed. How, Sway? You know?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna find out how when the Lord destroys the white man and redeems us and takes down all these heathens. That's how you gonna realize the Lord loved you. You know?
Mm-hmm.
The same way he redeemed us from ancient Egypt, you saw the love of the Lord, how he jacked up Pharaoh and destroyed Egypt, the same way again. Wait till you see what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai does to America for what they did to the Lord chosen people. America was founded on the backs of you tribes, man. On bloodshed, violence, pillaging, raping. They got to pay for that.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to hold them accountable, but guess what? God is going to hold you accountable. And that's your worst nightmare. That what if God is a black man? That means I got to pay for all the wickedness I've been doing. I got some explaining to do.
Explaining.
Go ahead.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord Adawan. Yet I loved Jacob.
He loved who?
Jacob.
Go ahead.
And I hated Esau.
He did what?
And I hated Esau.
You ain't reading the Bible, brother. That got to be like a hate book or
Nah, this King James.
That's a King James 1611?
1611.
Can you call a chapter and verse for me, please?
Malachi 1 and 3.
Okay, in the Old Testament.
Con. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
That's what happened during the Dark Ages.
Mm-hmm.
He was taken down. Anyway, we're going to wrap it
About
up.
to happen again.
You got anything you want to add? Or?
Nah, that's it. That's it. That's
So
all
we're
she
going to
wrote.
close out. Adawan Watazadis was edifying, exhorting, and comforting to the elect of Yasharallah. Again, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash.
Shalom again to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. Shalom.
Wa Abba Babal.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Shalom, Israel, Shalom.